Picking the right bag for your EDC system is always really important. And for me, I always like kind of a shoulder sling bag design. That gives me the ability to carry it kind of in that messenger style over my shoulder. I get easy access to my gear and it's not really cumbersome, and I don't have to take my pack off to access the gear inside my bag. Well, Vanquest has been designing this style of kind of a shoulder sling design for a few years now. And what I love about the company is that they're always going back to the drawing board, trying to re-innovate and redesign gear. You know, they are always working on adding new things and making the systems and their bags and their designs better, which I love about the company. So I'm really excited today to check out these two new Gen 2 versions of some well-known bags that Vanquest has been producing for years, the Tolcat Gen 2 and the Mobius Gen 2. So today we'll not only look at some of the contents in these bags, but the differences and the pros and cons of each design to help you better decide between these two bags what would be better to build out your EDC kit and carry all of your EDC gear. So with that being said, I hope you'll join me on this kind of versus video. Now the volume on these two bags is significant in comparison. The Tolcat is going to be 6.5 liters in total volume, and then the Mobius has been increased by 15% and has an overall volume of 11.5 or 11.5 liters. Now the material being used on these bags is different depending on the color combinations. If you go with solid colors, you're going to get 1000 denier Kedora nylon, which is awesome. If you're going to go with the camo colors, you're going to get 500 denier Kedora nylon, and that will lower the weight of the bags by a few ounces. So just kind of be aware of that. Now, one of the great design upgrades on these Gen 2 models are the fact that these are now ambidextrous shoulder straps. These shoulder straps are ambidextrous either side. If you're a righty or a lefty, the bags are designed to work perfectly in unison with either shoulder. Now these shoulder straps are really large. I'm a pretty big guy at about 220, 6'2", you know, and these fit great with plenty of extra room. These are 2-inch straps, which are really durable. They have a couple attachments for carabiners and other little features like that. They have a nice shoulder pad that is removable, and it does have kind of a rubber grip pad on the inside to help it cling to more slick nylon based clothing so it won't slide around. There's a really strong, durable dual handed, so you have to use 2 hands to remove the main clip, but if you needed to dump the bag really quickly, you could do that. I think the dual locking mechanism is a little bit overkill. I don't know who would need to use it, but that's there, and it is a very durable, heavy-duty clip. Each of these bags also come with a belly strap, which, again, with my size, I'm 32 waist, and it fits with plenty of room to spare, and you can use that to really cinch down and keep it nice and snug on your body if you need to. I tend to, you know, not need that, so you can totally detach them if you need to, and just stow them away in one of the pockets, and then you can bust it out and weave it through rather quickly if you need that option. And finally, you can completely remove these shoulder straps if you wish. If that you need to put them away and store them, if you need to, you can do that, and there is that capability. Now on the back of these bags, they have the really nice breathable mesh that Vanquest has been doing recently. I really like that aspect a lot. They have down here attached on the Mobius a slightly larger belt attachment, so it's Velcroed. You could run your belt through there just to keep it really nice and snug against your body. The Tolcat is a little bit smaller and a little bit narrower, but still would fit on most 1.5-inch, you know, military style belts. Then we have the concealed carry pocket here. As you can see, double run of YKK zippers. Now these zippers have a luggage lock loop on both bags so that if you are carrying either sensitive material or your firearm and for whatever reason you didn't want anyone to get into it and you wanted to lock it up, you could do that. Now on the interior of the bag is that really nice big large dump pocket, very similar on the smaller Tolcat as well. There will be 3 layers of Velcro, 3 strips if you will, that are inside the Mobius, and on the interior of the Tolcat there will be 2. But the thing I wanted to show you in here is this is my full-size Glock 21. You know, this is a double stack, very large 45 caliber pistol. Fits in there no problem, and the pocket on the Mobius is even larger, so your full-size pistols or your compact pistols will fit in there fine. And then we're using one of Vanquest's holster attachments that you just Velcro to that wall. Now both these bags offer this little hideaway pocket that actually slides into the concealed carry pouch, so you have access to the concealed carry pouch. It's designed to carry kind of pocket clip design items, flashlights, multi-tools like this signal right here that you could pull in and out and even kind of cover it and stow it away. Both the Tolcat and the Mobius have these features on either side of the wings. Now for me, this is one of the most significant differences between the two bags, aside from just their size, is the water bottle capability of the Mobius and the lack thereof on the Tolcat. Now the Tolcat has these two side pockets. They're going to be ambidextrous on either side, exactly the same. They got two stages of MOLLE and then two zippers, so you can open them up about halfway. And they're going to give you two bright orange, I love that high visibility pockets, stash pockets in there. So I got, something like hand sanitizer, a full-size multi-tool. Again, pistol mags would fit in there, maybe a water purifier. Now there is the option to be able to carry smaller water bottles that have a diameter of about 2.5 inches. Because they've attached this little piece of shock cord at the top here, you can use that pocket that was originally designated as a gear pouch as a water bottle holder. So you could carry usually about 16 to 20 ounce bottles. As long as they have a smaller diameter, you could take out the gear and just use it as a designated water bottle pouch, and then use that bungee shock cord to keep it really nice and cinched down, and it's not going to want to come out. Now you will have to sacrifice the storage of the gear that was originally in that pouch, and we'll discuss my feelings on that at the end of the video. On the flip side, the Mobius has two, not only pockets, very similar to what we just looked at. They're going to be a little bit wider and a little bit deeper than what you get on the Tolcat, obviously because it's a bigger bag, so you're going to get a little bit more volume in there. You can get a lot of different stuff, stash a lot of different items inside here. But behind that are two ambidextrous on either side, because the pockets are ambidextrous, water bottle sleeves that hide away. So that's what we have here. They will hold a 32 ounce Nalgene, so you could technically carry 64 ounces of water on your Mobius if you wish. Now it works with this in conjunction with this zipper right here, again, a YKK zipper, that when zipped down expands this little hideaway pocket that was behind the pouch we just looked at. Then you can slide your water bottle in there. Now for me, a 32 ounce Nalgene is really pushing it, and it kind of takes away some of the space that are inside these pouches. So I would recommend going with a slightly smaller bottle. And again, just to kind of show you here what we're talking about. And that's going to be on either side of the bag. If you're not using it, you can zip it up and it just kind of hides away, and you could just use it as kind of a little stash sleeve, and then you could really pack out the pouch in front of it. But if you do want to use the water bottle feature, I would use something a little bit more narrow, like a Camelback water bottle or something like that, or just one of the smaller, maybe 16 ounce or 18 ounce Nalgenes that are out there. Then you could kind of half zip that zipper and bring that up to make it nice and snug, and then use the bungee shock cord to just kind of put it over the mouth and cinch it down to really keep that water bottle nice and snug. And as you can see here on the other side, we got that zipper all the way zipped up, and that stashes and hides away my medical kit so that I can easily pull it out if need be. And if not, all I have to do is zip that up, and it's really nice and snug. So two things to notice. First off, we have a strip of Velcro here for your morale patches on both of these. Then you are getting that single zipper pull on both of these guys on the flap. Now on the Tolcat, it's pretty small. You could get like a wallet, maybe your business cards. It will not fit my iPhone 6. It's just slightly too big to fit inside there, just for some perspective. Where on the flip side, the Mobius has a much larger pocket. It would absolutely fit my phone. As we open the packs, you'll see here we have a 1/2 inch strap with a smaller clasp, but it does have one of those little keep Velcro tabs to kind of roll up the extra. You're getting a 1 inch here on the Mobius, and it has that same feature though with just a bigger, larger clip. So as we disengage both of those, we now have access to the pouches underneath as well as the main compartment. Now both bags have a little Velcro tab, so if you know you're going to be working inside the bag for a while, you can Velcro the lid to that so it's not flopping all over the place, and it just kind of helps to stabilize the bag as you get into it. Now both of these are going to have drawstring covers to help with water resistance, keep your main items inside the pockets from getting water inside of them. Now the interior dimensions of the main compartment on the Tolcat are going to be 8 inches high, 7.25 inches wide, and 4 inches deep. The Mobius will be 10 inches high, 8.75 inches wide, and 5 inches deep. And so for us here on the Tolcat, you can see here I easily have my iPad mini with a keyboard, set up there. Fits no problem. I got nice little compartment in here, high visibility orange, 2 sleeves on either side, and I got my Bible in the other sleeve there. And then we do have a secondary Velcro strip down in here, this little black strip that you see here. And that would be set up for something maybe you want to put, again, 2 mag pouches of, say, that Glock with Vanquest Velcro backed mag sleeves, and you can see there that those would sit in there, and so now you have quick access to a spare mag. And then we have the same basic setup, just obviously the dimensions will be slightly larger. A book I'm reading right now, No Easy Day, and a study book I'm doing right now. And then same concept, you're getting the 2 high visibility sleeves, you get 2 stages of Velcro in there, so it'll hold heavier mags a little bit better, maybe even AR-15 or AK-47 mags, and then another little pouch back in there to just kind of help organize the main compartment. And then each one does have a little drainage hole down there all the way at the bottom. Now onto these secondary compartments where a lot of the organization in these bags happen. They're very similar, just mostly in size dimensions are we gonna see a difference with little things here and there. The Mobius is gonna have 2 Velcro tabs. You pull that open, you got space for lots of different things. I got some instant coffee, I love my coffee. I got a leather wallet that holds my business cards and acts as a strap. And then I have a Starbucks gift card wrapped in duct tape. So just some things that I'm not really concerned about if they were to fall out, but that Velcro does keep it nice into place. Here on the Tolcat, I mean, you can see here I have like an emergency blanket, things like that, smaller items that you want to get quick access to. Now, as we begin to open this guy, we got 2 YKK zippers with the paracord pulls. The dimensions we have here are 7.25 inches high. We have 6.5 inches wide and 1.5 inches deep. And as we open this guy up, this is another great, huge new feature that they're offering. On the front face here, they have their shock cord daisy chain system that they're offering in a lot of their bags now as kind of a way to store particularly medical supplies. You can do all kinds of different supplies, but bandages, tourniquets, that type of thing. You can see here, I do have a cat tourniquet that does fit inside the bag. I love that it can fit that, so you could absolutely store some really important medical supplies on the face of the bag. Then I just have some sunscreen and some bug spray. Then they're going to give you 4 elastic bands here. I got a skeletal, a pocket knife, a 1.5 charge battery source, flashlight. They are going to give you a little key keeper here. So I got a fire steel and an emergency whistle. You could put your keys or whatever you would like on there. And then behind here is just a little pouch. I've got a Right in the Rain tablet. And then we have another emergency blanket. Things like that would easily be able to fit inside here. And guys, this is just a great setup and really makes this part of the bag a great way to organize and get a lot of gear organized inside the Tolcat. Then we have the same kind of setup here on the Mobius. Now we're looking at 8.5 inches high, 7 inches wide, and 1.75 inches deep. Now, where the Tolcat only had a single little row of daisy chains, on the face here, it has a much larger setup that you'll see on a lot of the larger fat packs that Vanquest offers. I have a full-size medical kit that I slid in here with lots of different features that could easily be held in here, tourniquets, bandages, all sorts of different things. So again, awesome that they're doing this on these smaller packs. Then we have 4 larger bungees in the back, or shock cord attachments, and then we have 4 smaller ones, so double stacking the organization. So hand sanitizer, hand lotion, pocket knife, larger flashlight. Then I have pens, and I can reorganize this even more so than on Tolcat. And then exact same concept here in the back. We have another key keeper with lots of different items on there, and then I have another Right in the Rain tablet. Now, when we look at the top of the bags, there's 2 significant features. The first off is the handle. They have them on both, which is great. Now, the Tolcat, because it's smaller, just has this nice cushioned box weaved handle that I'm able to grab, take it from maybe my car to my house, don't have to put it over my shoulder, but that's it. And it's sewn right to the top of the flap. Whereas on the Mobius, we have here the same design, but it's kind of attached at an angle. So It doesn't affect the grabbing at all, but they did that because they wanted to accommodate a larger pouch on the top. Now this has Velcroed MOLLE or PALS webbing, so you can attach smaller items that are MOLLE compatible, as well as do more morale patches if you wish. I have here pens that I run through there so I can get quick access to them. Then we have a zipper, and we have a little stash pocket in here. Now I just usually carry like mints and gum and maybe a pen or so, but what's really cool is you could fit 1 or 2 firearm magazines, you could fit a multi-tool, or it's been felt coated so that you could put your sunglasses or a phone in there and it will not damage them and tear them up, which is really cool that they thought through that and made that with that really nice soft kind of fleece liner in there for things that you may want to protect and keep from getting scratched. So I really like that feature on the Mobius a lot. It's time for us to bring this video to a close, and it's time for us to do our 2 for 2. That's where I point out really the 2 positives that I love about the bag and the gear system, and then the 2 kind of things I wish that they would redesign or maybe change in the future. So let me show you what we're talking about here. Now, it was really hard for me to try and nitpick anything on these bags. So I'm actually doing a 1 for 1. 1 negative for this one, 1 negative for the other, and then 1 positive for each. So the negative, or kind of the thing that I just wish was different, is the fact that I have to give up a pouch to kind of jerry-rig a water bottle in here. It's doable, but I really hope in maybe the Gen 3 design that they come out with, they do make a designated water bottle sleeve just like they did on the Mobius. They just have to make it a smaller diameter for these smaller water bottles that I tend to carry anyway, with a diameter of like 2.5 inches would be fantastic, instead of having to give up one of these pouches. Again, doable, but I just would have liked to see that in this design. The one kind of downside for me that's not only on the Mobius but also the Tolcat is the 1000 denier in all of the solid colors. I prefer the solid colors for how I carry my gear. I love wolf gray. I have a lot of gear that's wolf gray, but it's 1000D and I don't need 1000D, and it just makes the bag kind of stiff and kind of heavy, whereas I have to go camo if I want the 500 denier. So I would like to see in the future maybe just making all these bags, regardless of the color. 500 denier is very durable, it's Kedora, it's still great, but it will cut down on some of the stiffness and some of just the weight that I would love to see on the solid colors as well, instead of just being confined to 1000 denier on the solid colors. But folks, that's where the critiquing stops. And I just got to tell you, I love the 2 things. If you're to say, well, what are the 2 major things that make these kind of stand out from the crowd? One is the ambidextrous feature. I'm so glad they went ambidextrous. So now, regardless if you're a righty or a lefty or just whatever shoulder you like to carry it over, it's not going to be a problem with either of these packs. The second great positive is just the layout. They always do a great job with the layout so that you're able to get a lot of stuff and a lot of organization. It's not just a bunch of dump pockets they've just kind of thrown in here and you just got to kind of have a bunch of clutter flying around. Everything is super organized, so it's really easy to get to whatever particular gear item you want to get to in these packs. Well, there you have it, folks. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. You know, we don't review a lot of this style of pack because once, about 2 years ago, I landed on the original Mobius. I was like, man, there may be some other stuff out there. Maybe one day we'll see it and maybe we'll review it. But to this point, this is kind of, for me, the pinnacle of these tactical designed gear bags that are over-the-shoulder sling bag designs. So, I mean, and that's saying a lot because I really, you know, I look out there, I see what's out there on the market. And to this point, if you're looking just depending on the size, I think you will be extremely happy if this is kind of the design you're looking at if you go with either of these Vanquest designs. And finally, on price, we haven't really talked about that. Now, Vanquest is always extremely competitive with these style of packs compared to what else is out there on the market. These are brand new bags, so I'm gonna have links over to the Vanquest website so you can go ahead and check those out. And as they become more available on Amazon, we'll put those links in below as well. So you can go check that out because prices always vary and they're doing sales a lot of the time, and you know, these are just released. So that's what we'll have over there, so you can go check out their website. And folks, I want to hook you up. So we are giving away this Mobius over on our Instagram page. As soon as this video is live, hop over to our Instagram page, link in the description below. Simple way to get entered in to win this guy right here. We'll be doing it for a few days after the video goes live, and then we'll be picking a winner at random, and I'll ship this worldwide to any person in the world who's interested in this bag, so you don't want to miss out on that easy giveaway. As always, folks, thank you so much for checking out the channel. Please subscribe, comment, like, share this video, and as always, remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.